Hello everybody, my name is Era, and I will be taking you through my city, a portion of it, and my school to show you the perspective on other people based on what they believe bullying is like, based on 3 questions, and that's it. Overall, I will be showing you, based on those 3 questions, one of which isn't even related to bullying. So I'm going to be showing you what they think, and to see if there's a pattern. I'm pretty sure that the results that you're going to see here, the results are going to shock you because they're consistent. For some people, it's not going to be shocking at all because you understand, you already know. But for a few others, you might be surprised. And if you're a bully out there that's actually watching this, I hope you're watching, because maybe this pattern revolves around you too. First off, I'm going to be making sure that I'll let you know what they are, and hopefully you'll see the pattern. Those 3 questions are: 1, what do you believe people are defined by? What builds someone up to make them who they are now?
I would say that I think people are defined by how they act towards others, and so when you're looking at a person, you're going to watch how they interact with people around them. That's the first thing you'll usually notice about someone, and that's the things that are outwardly evident. Like, you can't really tell as much about inner qualities right away,
Right.
Even though those are important.
The trauma they've been through, and like how their personalities and their family, and how they want people to perceive them, and like if they've been bullied or not. But like a lot of times it's just who they want to be.
The experiences from when they are very, very young, so infantile, to wherever you decide to cast the end of the line.
I think I'm a big believer in what people do defines them, and your actions ultimately are who you are.
Their actions.
Now, the second question is definitely going to be more specified towards the idea of bullying. The second question is, have you ever seen bullying, been the bully, or been bullied? Or more than one?
Personally, I haven't really been like the victim of direct bullying, but maybe like more indirect forms like exclusion or things like that. It's not really that bad, but it's still, you kind of notice it and feel it. Oh, no one, these kids, they're kind of like not like being very, very including of others, and you notice, I've noticed that with like other kids too, just kind of pushed out of the crowd, so to speak. And I noticed that a lot in like middle school.
I've seen it happen, and I've been bullied all through my school career. So
I haven't been the bully. I've actually stopped more fights and bullying than...
So you have seen it?
I have seen it, and I've been on the tail end of that. So, I mean, it's never fun. Definitely doesn't help your individuality any. Kind of squashes that, does the opposite.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've been bullied. I'm sure when I was younger, I was a bully to some people.
I have both been bullied and been the perpetrator of bullying. I think to this day it has instilled sort of a distrust of a general distrust of people, and sort of has made me proceed with caution in social interactions.
And finally, I went over the third question, which is, what do you think happens to the person who has been bullied in the aftermath?
Well, it could probably make them feel really lonely, and maybe like they're of less value because people are treating them that way. And that's a really dangerous thing to be feeling, because a lot of kids won't be able to cope with that very well, or they might try to cope with it in the wrong ways. So I think it can actually be very dangerous for the person being bullied. So that's why we've really got to be aware of what's going on, not just brush over it and say, oh, it's just how kids act, or how even adults, like, it's just there's no reason that we can't just be more aware of it.
Yeah.
it makes them, I know, not for me, but I know for some people it makes them angry and they become the bully. And then for some people, they become like antisocial and don't talk to anyone and don't trust anyone, and they don't have any friends and they don't believe anything that anyone says about them. That's nice.
Really, it really destroys you if you let it get to you. Like, and that's a huge part of it. Is it's part of your peers, and especially in middle school where you're trying to fit in and figure yourself out. Having someone constantly rag on you and just tear you down a lot it's difficult.
Right.
It really is. Leaves people with very skewed views of themselves. It's not great, but the likelihood of stopping it is, I will admit, pretty low.
It certainly hurt my self-esteem. Interact with other kids, so having the self-esteem to make more friends, I guess.
Yeah.
That'd be the biggest thing besides just general embarrassment.
I would guess that sort of similarly, they've carried with them this sort of, not guilt, but they carry with them that sort of caution for the rest of their interactions. And I can't speak to how it weighs on them, but I'm assuming it would weigh heavily.
Right. And finally, I decided to ask them if they had anything to add, any message to give to anybody that was being bullied or anybody that was bullying someone else or anyone else in general. What would they want those people to know now rather than later?
I guess the message is for not really the person who's the victim all the time or the bully all the time, but more for the people, a lot of people in the middle, just to, reach out when you can. So if you see someone alone and they're always alone, and they seem like really down like with themselves, then maybe reach out to them, say hi, smile, and that might make their day a little bit better.
Yeah.
I feel like that's most people are not clear in one category or the other. They're just kind of in the middle or bystanders to bullying.
If they're being bullied, they aren't alone and they can always talk to someone about it, and it doesn't last forever, and just to make the best of the situation that they're in. And if they're bullied, it's not a good thing to do, and they shouldn't bully someone. And if I see bullying, I'm gonna freak out on them, and not freak out on them, but like, I won't tolerate bullying.
Doesn't hurt to ever say it again. Just stop. For victims of bullying, I can't. It's different for everybody. There's always some bully that just knows just where to hurt you, and it's always like it's difficult to combat that. So I don't have any advice for that.
To the perpetrators of bullying, I would want to say it's not worth letting out your aggression on someone else because of problems you're having on your own. That's ultimately just going to create more problems for you. For people who don't know that they may be partaking in bullying, I would say do a lot of reflection on yourself and try to determine whether or not something you're doing is being misconstrued as hurtful or meaning or aggressive. Something I wish that I would have been told more frequently while I was the victim of bullying is from like the earliest stages of development, you're told if you ignore a problem for long enough that it'll go away. What I wish that I had been told is that's almost never the case, and if you don't stick up for yourself early on in these stages of problems, then they're only going to develop further and only become more hurtful for you in the long run.
Right. To bullies, I would say maybe try to understand what the people you're bullying are going through. I guess that's going to be a hard one. I think most people who are bullying are usually acting out some trauma that they are having in their life. And the people who are being bullied, still stand up for yourself, still, you're a worthwhile person, and things are going to be all right. And stand up for yourself when you can, and don't let it make you scared to try and make friends.